Minister, look, Section 481 is a key and central component of the Irish film industry. There's no doubt about it that the benefits that have been availed from this, and it's a central component that's recognised as fact by the vast majority of the industry, and it has been beneficial in my way, and it should remain into the future. Notwithstanding that, we have an all-party Oireachtas committee report which contained 11 key recommendations in relation to reform of Section 481, and in particularly drew attention to the precarious nature of the industry, of workers within the industry. It was mentioned earlier on, and I think we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't note some of the reports in relation to the recent film, The Professor and the Madman, and the accusations and allegations that are surrounding that by Mel Gibson's attorney to others, which suggests that this section of our legislation is being abused to inflate costs. Whether they are true allegations or not will be obviously tested in the courts. And we will let them deal with that. But we need to deal with what we have in front of us in terms of a finance bill, because whenever that adjudicates, they may not look at it in the same way that we would look at it, and we need to make sure that Section 481 is robust enough that we wouldn't have a situation where costs in a certain production, whether that be film or otherwise, are being inflated in a way to swindle the Irish taxpayer at the end of the day, who is paying for this relief. I see that the committee also noted that 73 million of the total 481 tax relief went to the 12 largest production companies, and that's an issue that I would like to see looked at in terms of how we can ensure that this section of our tax code is supportive of a growing industry, of small industry. And the points have been well ventilated by Deputy Boyd Barrett in relation to the employment situation of workers. And that's why I think there is a need for a review here. I don't think anybody's arguing that we get rid of Section 481. That's definitely not what we're arguing here. But there is a need to make sure that it's robust enough, that it can't be abused, and that we look at what is happening within the sector. We hear time and time again of certain companies would crew trainees, for example, in a way to try and suppress costs. And there has been concern, and it was made again in relation to the report that the structure of the relief was actually mitigating against jobs coming to Ireland. And they called for an international comparative study to be constituted to analyse the strengths and weaknesses of the Section 481 tax credit. And I think that's worthy. I think the amendment here, which should be a catalyst for having that type of review, specifically around the robustness of it, the allegations that have been made, that are only allegations at the minute, but we need to ensure that Revenue and the Department are doing their job to make sure that there is no way that costs can be inflated to avail of additional tax reliefs above that what should be legitimately paid, and most importantly, the issue of how quality employment is or is not being provided as a result of this relief. I don't think, Minister, that there's anything in this, anything in what I'm saying that should scare the horses. I think that this is the right thing to do. I think it's timely to do it. There's a number of comments that have been made. Obviously, there's a court case. There is a number of articles. There's our own committee here that are asking for a piece of work to be done. This is the time to now express that we'll have a focused look at this. There may be other areas that we want to review, but I think that the robustness and the employment conditions of the workforce are two parts that need to be focused in on in relation to a review. We have heard concerns from employees within the sector saying that they feel that if they raise an issue of concern that they won't be re-employed, that they're basically blackballed. and the committee again recommended that the government should seek to make working arrangements in the sector more secure, given the level of public funding and tax relief that fuels the film industry here. There should be, I think we can all agree, no tolerance or zero tolerance for any worker exploitation. So it's a very live issue. It's coming at us from a number of different angles, and I think that a review of this here and a report laying bare the facts for all of us to see in midst of all of the different commentary that's going on would be one that would be welcome and one that's very timely.